Loading. Wait lang. Group 3 yung presenter ngayon, no? Tama ba? Narinig niyo ba ako, guys?
Yes po.
Group 3 presenter. Patagal, pakunti na pakunti. Mukhang napasarap ng bakasyon ng iba. Anyway, hindi ko naman ano yan. Dali naman magbagsak ng estudyante. Wait lang. Like I said, for those person na hindi nag-open cam, I have a record for all the meeting that I have done to this class. Kilala ko yung madalas hindi mag-open cam dito, guys. Hindi na kayo bata na pagsasabihan pa ng paulit-ulit. 10% of your project will be deducted to your not following my instruction regarding our subject matter. CDIN 5 man o CRIM6 yan, guys. It's not my fault. From the start of our class, I know who those person. Lapit na mag-open mga face-to-face class, no? Make sure that you are fully vaccinated, guys, no? Bakit yan, i-record sa inyo. You are not a minor anymore. And once we have a F2F class, guys, no? I-welcome talaga kayo mabuti. Tagal kayong hindi nakita sa school. And qualifying examination will be lapit na, guys. Babawasan talaga kayo dyan. Anyway, good luck sa inyo, guys, no? Because according to other colleague, there is a chances that you are here. Ilan ba kayo? 32 ngayon? 33? Sige, ito lang. Please check nga dito, guys, kung ano ba to. CRIM1 3-1. Sa inyo to, di ba? 3-1.
Yes, sir.
President, 33 ba yun sa sa CRIM6 natin?
Yes, sir. Nag-base po ako dun sa sinend niyo pong file.
Okay. So, si DE natin is 32. By the way, I already check your guys, no, activities, quizzes, and hindi ko pa nalalagay dito, pero kung 33 kayo, baka mabawasan talaga to kasi yung iba late magpasa, yung iba wala talaga, hindi na pumapasok dito. Especially tumaneng, wala na to talaga, no? Wala na to, no? Okay, si tumaling nga, wala na nga to. And also this one. Isa na kaagad. So marami pa. Hindi ko pa nasisimulang i-record yun sa inyo. Ang dami kasi ng pressure. Isang section, may 50 mahigit sila dun. Siguro baka next time, konti na lang yun. Guys, hindi ako magpapaalala sa inyo kung ano yung mga kulang nyo. Kayo magtingin sa sarili nyo kung anong kulang ninyo. Kung ano lang yung na-record ko, yun lang ibibigay ko sa inyo. Kasi you are already third year. You know the duties and responsibilities. No? Yung pag nag-face-to-face class tayo guys, eh, talagang dami daw kasi reklamador pagdating dito sa third year. Sabi ni Sir Jimmy. Ngayon natin. During our time kasi hindi naman ganun ka ano. Obey lang kami. Pero iba na kasi ang panahon ngayon. No? One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, anim yun hindi naka-open cam. And already recorded my, 10% of your project will be deducted to those person not following my instruction. So, if you have 10% na deduct na, 90 na lang. So, ilan na lang matira dyan. I-score mo. Depends on you, not on me. Okay. Sorry guys, pero hindi ako mag-ano ng mga ano. Marami kasing reason na. We have to follow orders from the head. Sabi sa amin, maghigpit. Hindi kami pwede mag-base sa mga reason ninyo. Ang dami kasing reason. Hindi. Yung iba dito, magsasabi na mahina signal. Lalo sa araw-araw, mahina signal. Hindi po pwede yun. Hindi kayo masusunod guys. We just following orders from our campuses. You are a student, you know the rules and regulation. Maraming paraan. No? Lumabas kayo dyan sa ano yung mga lungganin nyo kung gusto nyo kailangan. Dali magsabi na mahina ang signal. Wait lang. Saan ba yung report nyo? Pinasa nyo na ba sa akin report nyo group 3? Group 3.
Sir, sinunod ko po sir sa messenger po.
Messenger. Wait. Hindi ko makita. Sa messenger dun sa isang FB ko. Jenna. Yung yung dalawa kami ng misis ko. Ayun ba yun yung profile pic?
Hindi po kasi sir maano po sa YouTube channel.
Haba pala na yung report yun. Ano ba yung assign sa inyo? Mga section ba yun? Tama ba?
Opo sir.
Hindi mahaba ngayon. Happy to say for those person na maaga nagpasa guys ng during the academic break, no? Despite of having academic break, nagpasa sila ng maaga, no? I give the highest score. I give almost perfect score guys. And for those na magpapasa pa lang, hindi na ganun kaparehas yung guys. That is the benefits for the others na maaga nagpasa sa akin. Because we are preparing for board examination of your senior guys sa mga fourth year nyo ngayon sa Cavite State University Bacoor Campus. there's a time na wala tayong klase because we are focusing in the preparing of board examination in criminology, especially in fourth year student. Not a fourth year student that are graduating ngayon. The fourth year student that already graduated last 2020 because of the postponement of the COVID-19 pandemic. Kaya ba postponement, no, na tinatawag natin. Kaya we are focusing for those students because we are maintaining the quality of education of the Cavite State University Bacoor campus in terms of board examination. You know naman na mataas ang ating percentage regarding the board examination so that we are focusing on that matter. But especially guys, I posted a video presentation regarding our subject matter here at CRIM6 or Dispute Resolution and Crisis Incident Management, also in our CDA 5 or Technical Writing Report 1 in my YT channel. But also guys, please check gumawa kasi ako ng FB page ko regarding our subject, no? Kasi minsan hindi ko ma-post sa iba sa YT kasi may na signal. Kung hindi ko ma-post, try to check my FB page na ipapasok ko yung link mamaya para makita niyo. And you will be updated. Sorry guys, but we need to focus also in incoming board examination because a lot of student or a lot of board examinee will be taking the board examination. Almost 50,000, no? 50,000 po magti-take ng board examination. And one of the school that have a student that taken the board examination is Cavite State University Bacoor campus. Yun yung mga senior nyo mga guys, no? Yung mga senior na yun, mas okay pa yun kasi dati naabutan talaga nila yung mga guys, no? Sila yung nakaabot ng tuloy-tuloy na edukasyon regarding our naabutan lang talaga sila ng pandemic kaya na-into yung board examination nila. Ayun yung mahirap dun. But especially guys, yung mga yun talagang kahit papaano kalidad, nakagraduate sila, natapos nila yung pag-aaral nila. And also, bilib ako sa kanila kasi talagang marunong sila sumunod. Kaya marami kasing estudyante guys, no? Iba-iba kasi ang ugaling ng estudyante. It depends of the student. Maraming estudyante dito na masyadong mareklamo, no? Hindi natin maiwasan yan. Ganyan din naman ako dati. Pero despite na nagrereklamo ko, sinusunod ko pa rin kung ano ba yung kailangan kong gawin. Because that is our part. My part also. Konting paalala lang mga kaibigan. You are a student, no? Tapos na po kami dyan. Hindi po kami ang gumagawa ng grades nyo, kayo ang gumagawa ng grades nyo. Kami lang ang nagre-record guys. Congrats for those person na pumasa sa aking midterm examination, but also guys, no, pass may quizzes, no? Quizzes and activities para pasado pa rin lahat guys. Kasi mahirap naman kapag hindi nyo siya pinas, maging siya guys, no? Magkakaroon tayo ng incomplete dyan. Ipasa nyo lang lahat ng kailangan na i-complain nyo guys, no? Para wala tayong problema. But remember guys, if you are masyado mababa sa quizzes natin guys, no? Quizzes is 30% of your overall grade. And samahan nyo pa ng konting project natin, 10%, wala pa kayo dito, naka-off kang pa kayo lagi, yun at follow my instruction, bawasan pa natin yun, no? And also, the midterm and final examination will be 40%. Nagbigay sila ng bagong bagong regarding our module learning, hindi lang daw dapat mataas ang midterm tsaka final. Dapat i-balance pala. So, if we given to 30%, 40%, kung bagsak kayo sa mga quizzes natin guys, hatakin yung mga midterm nyo tsaka finals nyo. Especially dito guys, no, kaya meron tayong reporting kasi ilalagay ko dito yan sa presentation o reporting, sa reporting quizzes and recitation natin. So that makakabawi pa rin tayo kahit bagsak kayo sa quizzes natin. Para wala namang bumagsak sa inyo, nakakaya naman sa inyo guys, no? Sabihin, putang ina na ito ni Sir, binagsak na naman ako Para walang sisiya, no? Okay, wait lang. Ito ba yung kaya, no? Kagrupo niyo ba si Marimon?
Opo, sir.
Marimon, parang hindi kita nakita nagsalita dito. Meron ka bang parte dito?
Meron, sir.
Ano ka ba? Hiwalay ka ba o kasama ka dito? Sa video nito?
Kasama, sir. Gitna, sir ako. Parteng gitna.
Parting gitna, ah. Sige,
Apa.
sige. Pina-forward ko kasi nakikita ko yun. Wait lang. A piece of reminder lang guys, no? Alam na alam ko kung sino yung madalas mag-off-cam dito kasi may record ako niyan. Nakikita ba? Hello, hello. Nakikita ba guys?
Opo, sir.
Sige.
Good day everyone, my name is Jan Brian Mangua, and the topic that have assigned to me is the Chapter 4, which is the International Commercial Arbitration. So what is the International Commercial Arbitration? It is a private dispute resolution process in which parties from different countries choose to have their disputes decided by one or more arbitrators, without the involvement of the courts of a particular country. Section 19. Adoption of the Model Law on International Commercial Arbitration. International commercial arbitration shall be governed by the Model Law on International Commercial Arbitration, adopted by the United Nations Commission on International Trade Law on June 21, 1985, and recommended approved on December 11, 1985, copy of which is hereto attached as a Appendix A. Under the ADR Act and the Model Law, there are no explicit criteria for an arbitrator under international commercial arbitration. These parties may freely determine the number of arbitrators. No person may be excluded from consideration by reason of nationality, unless the parties otherwise provide. Section 20. Interpretation of the Model Law. In interpreting the Model Law, regard shall be had to its international origin and to the need for uniformity in its interpretation, and resort may be made to the Travaux Preparatories and the report of the Secretary General of the United Nations Commission on International Trade Law, dated March 25, 1985, entitled International Commercial Arbitration, Analytical Commentary on Draft Trade identified by reference number ACN 9264. Under the Model Law, a person may be precluded by a reason of his nationality from acting as an arbitrator if such is agreed upon by the parties. Section 21. Section 21. Commercial arbitration. An arbitration is commercial if it covers matters from arising from all relationship of a commercial nature, whether contractual or not. Relationships of a transactions in a trade transaction for the supply or exchange of goods or services, distribution agreements, construction of works, commercial representation or agency, factoring, leasing, consulting, engineering, licensing, investment, financial, banking, insurance, joint venture, and other forms of industrial or business corporation, carriage of goods or passengers by air, sea, rail, or road. It means of settling disputes by referring them to a neutral person, an arbitrator selected by the parties for a decision based on the evidence and arguments represented by the arbitration tribunal. Section 22. Legal representation in international arbitration. It is an international arbitration conducted in the Philippines. A party may be presented by any person of his choice, provided that such representative, unless admitted on the practice of law in the Philippines, shall not be authorized to appear as counsel in any Philippine court or any other quasi-judicial body, whether or not such appearance is in relation to the arbitration in which he appears. A party entering arbitration does not need a lawyer to represent them. Many cases may be suitable for a paper arbitration. With a paper arbitration, the arbitrator makes the determination based on the written statements of the parties. Section 23. Confidential of arbitration proceeding. The arbitration proceeding, including the records, evidence, and the arbitral awards, shall be considered confidential and shall not be published except, number 1, with the consent of the parties. Number 2, for the united purpose of disclosing to the court of relevant documents in cases where resort of the court is allowed herein, provided, however, that the court in which the action of the appeal is pending may issue a protective order to prevent or prohibit disclosure of the documents of information containing secret processes, developments, research, and other information where it is shown that the applicant shall be materially prejudiced by an unauthorized disclosure thereof. Section 24. Referral to arbitration. It is a court before which is an action It is a court before which is an action is brought in a matter which is the subject matter of an arbitration agreement shall, if at least one party so request not later that the pre-trial conference or upon the request of both parties thereafter refer the parties of arbitration unless it finds the arbitration agreement is null and void, inoperative or incapable of being performed. Section 25. Interpretation of the Act. In interpreting the Act, the court shall have regard to the policy of the law in favor of arbitration. Where action is commenced by or against multiple parties, one or more of whom are parties, who are bound by the arbitration agreement, although the civil action may continue as to those who are not bound by such arbitration agreement. Section 27. What functions may be performed by appointing authority? The functions referred to in Article 11 and 14 of the Model Law shall be performed by appointing authority, unless the latter shall fail or refuse to act within 30 days from receipt of the request, in which the applicant may renew the application with the court. Section 28. Grant of interim measure of protection. And why are interim measures important in arbitration? If the arbitration agreement does not prohibit, arbitral tribunal at the request of a party may order the other party to take such interim measures of protection as it may deem necessary in respect of subject matter of dispute. In the process, it can order for providing appropriate security in exercise of its power. The following rules on interim or provisional relief shall be observed. Number 1. Any party may request that provisional relief be granted against the adverse party. Number 2. Such relief may be granted to prevent irreparable loss or injury, to provide security for the performance of any obligation, to produce or preserve any evidence or to compel any other appropriate act or omission. Number 3. The order granting provisional relief may be conditioned upon the provision of security or any act or omission specified in the order.
Sino yung reporter na to? Anong hanggang section siya? Hanggang anong section? Guys. Reporter. Sino ba tong reporter na to? Andiyan ba? Group 3. Narinig ba ako guys? Group 3. Group 3. Sino ang group 3 dito? Wala na bang group 3 dito guys? Justin Aguas. Marimo, nandiyan ka ba?
Which writers?
Sir.
Different
Sino yung reporter na yan?
to me is the chapter of their
Ano po, sir?
Anong pangalan ng reporter na to? Si Mangwa ba
Si
to?
Brian lang po, sir.
Nandiyan ka Mangwa? Yan bro. Anyway, ayoko ng report niya. Pakiulit mo ka mo sa kanya, sabihin mo sa kanya. Eh, binabasa niya. Hindi ko maano. Tingnan ko kung mag-explain siya kaso binabasa. Yung sa part na yun, paulit yung guys, no? Magka-agrupo kayo kapag ganyan guys. Kung kulang ang isa, damay lahat. Naintindihan mo ba yung Maramon? Nandiyan ka? Maramon! Ba't wala yung mga agrupo mo dito?
Sir.
Absent ba lahat mga agrupo mo dito? Parang wala akong nakikita dito.
Yun
Wala.
natin. So, sir, tignan ko sa video.
Saan ba?
So, ngayon.
Sila
Dito,
yun.
sir, si Jenna.
Si Jonah? Sino yung Jonah? Si Jabagat nandiyan ba?
Jenna.
Montignola?
po.
Kaano niya ba yan? Agrupo niya si Montignola?
Sino po, sir?
Agrupo ka ba nila Montignola?
Magtinola, sir?
Hindi po, sir.
Hindi ba?
Hindi po, sir.
Ano, kumukha kasi ka ni Jabagat eh. Kala ko mo. Alam ang grupo mo. Sila ay. Paulit yung part ni Lion na. Pakisabi sa kanya. Ay, kay ano ba yan? Mangwa. Ayoko
Yes,
ng
sir.
report niya kasi binabasa. Ayoko nang binabasa guys. No? Like I said guys, kahit konti lang yun. No? Yung ano nyo. Basta ipaliwanag nyo lang. Okay sana kung
Yes, sir.
binasa niya tapos pinaliwanag niya ng gusto kaso hindi. Kahit magtagalog kayo, wala namang problema sa akin yan. Yung sa akin yung ano, yung naintindihan nyo mismo doon sa binabasa ninyo. No? Eh kung nasa ano pa tayo na yun to. Classroom pa na tayo na yun to guys. No? Kung F to F class pa tayo na yun to, no? Diyos me, yung Marian. Oo, mababa na isang ano dito. 1 to sawa to pag ganyan. Pag kayo nagkaroon ng face-to-face class guys, sama-sama na, no? Emotionally, spiritually, physically na magaganap ulit, no? Alam niyo naman siguro yan, no? Tama ba? Dumaan naman kayo sa reception, tama ba? Tama ba guys?
Yes, sir.
You know
Yes,
the
sir.
rules, you know the rules and regulation regarding the F to F class. Magkaiba talaga dito kasi hindi naman kayo na natutuluyan dito. Pero pagdating sa F to F class natin, ay nako, Diyos me, mamimiss niyo si Sir James. Tama ba, Barcelon? Mamimiss niyo si Sir James? Sino ba? Ako guys,
Okay lang, sir.
Kung nabutan niyo yung time ko, naku, Diyos mayo kayo.
Nabutan niya nila, sir?
Hindi, mabait na ako sa unin. Hanggang ngayon, mabait na ako. Okay, Diyos. Eh? Pero depende kapag si estudyante. Wait lang.
On the provision of security or any act or omission specified
Baguhin natin. Ito, baka maganda pa yung part ni Jabagat.
In court. So in section 32, law governing domestic arbitration, the domestic arbitration shall continue to be governed by Republic Act number 876, otherwise known as the Arbitration Law, as amended by this chapter. The term domestic arbitration as used herein shall mean an arbitration that is not international as defined
Wala palang presenting, no?
in Article 1(3) of the Model Law. So, in Section 32, ang domestic arbitration ay dapat patuloy na pamamahalaan ng Republic Act number 876, which is the Arbitration Law. Ang terminong domestic arbitration na ginagamit dito ay nangangahulugang isang arbitration na hindi international gaya ng tinutukoy sa Article 1(3) ng Model Law. So, ano nga ba ang Model Law Article 1(3)? Model Law Article 1 or 3. An arbitration is international if the parties to an arbitration agreement have, at the time of the conclusion of that agreement, their places of business is different states, or one of the following places is situated outside the state in which the parties have their places of business. The place of arbitration if determined in or pursuant to the arbitration agreement. Any place wherein a substantial part of the obligations of the commercial relationship is to be performed, or the place with which the subject matter of the dispute is most closely connected, or the parties have expressly agreed that the subject matter of the arbitration agreement relates to more than one country. So, in Section 33, Applicability to Domestic Arbitration. In Article 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, and 19, and 29 to 32 of the Model Law and Section 22 to 31 of the preceding Chapter 4 shall apply to domestic arbitration. So, ang Article 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 19, and 29 to 32 of the Model Law and Section 22 to 31 of the preceding Chapter 4 ng naunang kabanata ay dapat ilapat sa domestic arbitration. Chapter 6, Arbitration of Construction Disputes. So, in Section 34, Governing Law, the arbitration of construction disputes shall be governed by Executive Order Number 1008, otherwise known as the Constitution Industry Arbitration Law. So, yung arbitration of construction disputes ay kailangan pamahalaan ng Executive Order Number 1008. So, ano nga naman yung Executive Order Number 1008? Creating arbitration machinery for the Philippines construction industry, whereas the construction industry provides employment to a large segment of the national labor force and is a leading contributor to the gross national product. So in Section 35, Coverage of the Law, construction disputes which fall within the original and exclusive jurisdiction of the Construction Industry Arbitration Commission shall include those between or among parties to or who are the otherwise bound by an arbitration agreement, directly or by reference, whether such parties are project owner, constructor, subcontractor, quantity surveyor, bondsman, or issuer of an insurance policy and a construction project. So, in Section 35, ang mga hindi pagkaunawa sa construction na nasa loob ng original or eksklusibong jurisdiction ng Commission sa arbitration ng industriya ng construction ay dapat isama ang mga nasa pagitan o sa mga partido kung hindi man ay isang kasunduan sa arbitrasyon na direkta o sa pamamagitan ng sanggunian kung ang naturang partido ay may-ari ng project owner, contractor, subcontractor, quantity surveyor, bondsman, or issuer of an insurance policy in a construction project. So in Section 36, authority to act as mediator or arbitrator. By written agreement of the parties to a dispute, an arbitrator may act as mediator, and a mediator may act as arbitrator. The parties may also agree in writing that following a successful mediation, the mediator shall issue the settlement agreement in a form of an arbitral award. So, in written agreement to ng partido sa dispute, kailangan ang arbitrator ay may act as mediator. Ang mediator ay mag-act ng arbitrator. So, pag yung mediation ay successful, yung mediator ay mag-i-issue ng settlement agreement in a form of arbitral award. So in Section 37, appointment of foreign arbitrator. The Construction Industry Arbitration Commission or CIAC shall promulgate rules to allow for the appointment of a foreign arbitrator or co-arbitrator or chairman of tribunal, a person who has not been previously accredited by CIAC, provided that the dispute is a construction dispute in which one party is an international party. So, yung isang partido ay isang international party. So, B, the person to be appointed agreed to abide by the arbitration rules and policies of CIAC. So, yung person na naka-appoint is kailangan agreed sa arbitration rules and policies of CIAC. So, and C, he or she is either co-arbitrator upon the nomination of the international party, or he or she is the common choice of the two CIAC accredited arbitrators first appointed, one of whom was nominated by the international party. And the foreign arbitrator shall be different nationality from the international party. So, different nationality from the international party. So, Section 38, Applicability to Construction Arbitration. The provision of Section 17D of Chapter 2 and Section 28 and 29 of this Act shall apply to arbitration of construction dispute covered by this chapter. So, ano nga ba naman yung Section 17? So, ang Section 17 ay reopening of hearing ng Chapter 2. So, and Section 39, Court to dismiss case involving a construction dispute. A regional trial court which a construction dispute is filed shall upon becoming aware not later than the pre-trial conference. So, becoming aware, not later than the pre-trial conference, that the parties had entered into arbitration to be conducted by CIAC, unless both parties attested by their respective counsel shall submit to the regional court a written agreement exclusive for the court rather than the CIAC to resolve the dispute. So, pag yung mga partido ay inassess ng respective counsel, yung respective counsel na yun ay magsasubmit sila sa regional trial court ng written agreement rather than the CIAC para sa resolba ng problema. That's all.
Chapter 7, Judicial Review of Arbitral Awards. Domestic Awards. Ang domestic award ay dapat ituring bilang isang degree ng isang hukuman sa ilalim ng Section 36 ng Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1969. Ang pagpapatupad ng parehong kasangkot sa pag-aay ng award sa hukuman. Confirmation Award. Ang confirmation ng isang domestic arbitral award ay pamamalaan ng Section 23 ng RA 876. Ang isang domestic arbitral award kapag nakumpirma ay dapat ipatupad sa parehong paraan tulad ng final at execution na mga decisions ng Regional Trial Court. Vacation Award. Ang isang partido sa isang domestic arbitration ay maaaring tanungin ang arbitral award na naangkop na Regional Trial Court. Alinsunod sa mga alintutunin ng pamamaraan na inahayag ng Korte Suprema lamang sa mga batayan na binanggit sa Section 25 ng Republic Act 876. Anumang iba pang batayan na ibinabangon laban sa isang domestic arbitral award ay dapat baliwalain ng Regional Trial Court. Foreign Arbitral Award. Ang mabatayan para sa pagkilala at pagpapatupad nito sa Pilipinas ay ang mga eksklusibong matatagpuan sa Artikulo 5 ng New York Convention at ang mga detalye ng pamamaraan ay itinakda sa Rule 13 sa Special ADR Rules. Application of New York Convention, Section 42. Ang New York Convention ay namamahala sa pagkilala at pagpapatupad ng mga arbitral awards na sangkop ng nasabing convention. Recognition and enforcement of foreign arbitral award not conferred by the New York Convention, Section 43. The recognition, the information of foreign arbitral award not covered by the New York Convention shall be done in accordance with procedural rules to be promulgated by the Supreme Court. Ang isang foreign arbitral award, kapag maaaring kilalanin at ipatupad ng korte batay sa pagkakaisa at katumbas ang isang non-conventional award bilang isang convention award. Foreign arbitral award, not foreign judgment, Section 44. A foreign arbitral award, when confirmed by a court of a foreign country, shall be recognized and enforced as a foreign arbitral award and not judgment of a foreign court. Ang isang foreign arbitral award, kapag kinumpirma ng Regional Trial Court, ay dapat ipatupad bilang foreign arbitral award at hindi bilang isang hatol ng isang dayuhang hukuman. Rejection of a foreign arbitral award, Section 45. Ang isang partido sa isang dayuhang paglilitis sa arbitrasyon ay maaaring tutulan ang isang aplikasyon para sa pagkilala at pagpapatupad ng arbitral award. Alinsunod sa mga tuntunin sa pamamaraan na ipapayag sa Korte Suprema ilalim ng Artikulo 5 ng New York Convention, anumang iba pang batayan na itinaas ay dapat baliwalain sa panreliyong hukuman sa paglilitis. Appeal from Court Decision on Arbitral Award, Section 46. Ang desisyon ng Regional Trial Court na nagkukumpirma, nagbabakante, nagsasantabi, nagbabago o nagwawasto sa isang arbitral award ay maaaring iapila sa Court of Appeals. Alinsunod sa mga tuntunin ng pamamaraan ng promulgated by the Supreme Court. Venue and Jurisdiction, Section 47. Ang paglilitis para sa pagkilala at pagpapatupad ng isang kasunduan sa arbitrasyon o para sa bakasyon, pagtabi at pagwawasto o pagbabagon sa isang arbitral award at anumang aplikasyon sa isang hukuman para sa tulong at pangasiwas ng arbitrasyon ay dapat ituring bilang mga espesyal na paglilitis at dapat punan ng panglilihong hukuman sa paglilitis. Notice Proceeding to Parties, Section 48. Sa isang espesyal na pamamaraan para sa pagkilala at pagpapatupad ng isang arbitral award, ang korte ay dapat magpadala ng abiso sa mga partido sa kanilang address ng record o arbitrasyon. O kung ang sinumang partido ay hindi may atid ng abiso ay sa naturang address, sa uling alam na address na naturang partido, ang pag-unawa ay dapat ipadala ng hindi bababa sa 15 araw.
Group 3 yung kay Mango, pakisabayan sa Mango. Ulitin niyo yung report niya. Hindi ko gusto yung ganung report na babasahin niyo lang. And also, we are 21 here. Wait lang. Open cam nga ng iba. We are 21 here. Good luck sa inyo, no? Guys, kapag nag-announce ako na hindi ako makapag-klase, ibig sabihin nandun kami sa sa in-house, no? Doon sa bahay kung saan nagsasama-sama po ang mga estudyante para sa preparing of board examination, no? And also, kapag hindi ako nagklase, guys, I posted video presentation regarding our subject matter. And please watch it, guys, kasi kapag nag-post ako, ibig sabihin sa dulo, may quiz yun, no? Huwag din nyo binana yun, guys, nag-post ako on the spot, tapos hindi nyo siya hindi nyo pinanood, kayo lang din naman magsasacrifice yan. Okay, 21, 20. Late na kasi yun, hindi na ako mag-admit kapag late na, guys. 30 minutes late. Opo, just mayo yan. Welcome back to the class and good luck to our face-to-face class. Sureball na yan, guys, kasi alert level 2 na ang Cavite. Tama ba? Mga taga Cavite, alert level 2 na ba kayo? Please have a vaccine. Sino pa hindi nakapag-vaccine dito, guys? Ikaw, Aragon?
Sir.
Ikaw, Maribon? Yan. Pa-vaccine ka na. Ako na magba-vaccine sa'yo para matapos na yan. Ano bang kalaseng turok ang gusto mong gawin natin dyan? Gusto mo yung patla? Pa-vaccine kayo, guys, kasi there's a chances talaga na ba i-record yan sa mga estudyante. Sa mga empleyado nga, guys, na private o public sector nire-record ng vaccine. No? I know that there's yun iba natatakot pa, pero pag hindi po kayo nagpa-vaccine, hindi po kayo papapasukin sa school, yun yung totoo, no? Akin lang, guys, no? Expect the unexpected. Siguro, hindi nila a-announce yan, pero mga susunod na araw, baka i-announce yan, di ba? Kaya dapat expect nyo na, hindi yung magmamadali kayo, no? Mahirap yung, guys, pag nagmadali kayo. And also, that is the chances that there's a qualifying examination regarding that matter. Kaya pag-aralan nyo na po lahat ng mga subject nyo mula ng first year hanggang third year. Kasi technically speaking or honestly speaking guys, pag bumagsak kayo sa qualifying examination, kahit pasado po kayo sa lahat ng mga subject area nyo, tatanggalin po talaga kayo sa curriculum. Hindi kailangan ng, sabi ko nga sa inyo, hindi kailangan ng dami, kailangan yung quality na estudyante. Good luck sa inyo guys, kaya pag-aralan nyo mabuti, lalo na yung mga pa-easy-easy dito. Alam niya sa sarili niya yan. Sige, maraming salamat sa inyo. Magkita ulit tayo sa Wednesday. And we have a quiz in Wednesday. Okay? Good luck. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.